Good afternoon, I'm Josh Duncan, and these are some of the top headlines out of the KelownaNow newsroom today. October 3rd will mark the end of an era for Kelowna radio. It'll be the final day of Phil Johnson's long-running morning radio show on AM 1150. Vista Radio announced today that the 76-year-old has decided to step away from the slot he's held for well over 20 years and begin a new chapter. I say new chapter because he's not fully retiring. He'll still be a part of the AM 1150 team through a new weekly program. But when he steps away from his morning role gig, he will leave big shoes to fill and an unmatched legacy in Kelowna radio. He was a trusted source of information during the devastating 2003 wildfire, has been a guide through countless municipal, provincial, and federal elections. And more importantly, he's been an unwavering supporter of critical community causes and fundraisers. Until he officially steps away from the morning show in 3 weeks, listeners are invited to celebrate Johnson's legacy and the unforgettable impact he's left on the community. After focusing a lot of attention on the downtown core this summer, the Kelowna RCMP's Crime Reduction Unit will be spreading out to the rest of the city as early as next week. The CRU is tasked with targeting issues of social disorder, public drug use, and street-level drug trafficking downtown during the busy summer months. But as we enter fall, the RCMP is looking to turn more of its attention to other areas of Kelowna that are seeing similar issues on the streets. Sergeant Scott Powery says they recognize other parts of town require the type of enhanced policing the CRU offers, and they'll be immediately focusing their attention on the Rutland community starting next week. A recent RCMP report to Council last week identified that property crime up 6.4% in the first half of 2025 compared to 2024. Downtown and Rutland are the biggest problem areas. From policing in Kelowna to policing on the other side of the bridge, the City of West Kelowna is calling on the RCMP and provincial government to provide a clear financial and operational plan before the Central Okanagan's RCMP force is decentralized. Those plans have reportedly been ongoing since 2024, but West Kelowna is wanting a clearer picture of how things will look once the force is de-regionalized and calling on the province to fund 7 or 8 more RCMP officers to address West Kelowna's shortfall when that happens. City officials are also uncertain about the additional cost and impact to taxpayers. Mayor Gordon Milsom and councillors plan to meet with BC Minister of Public Safety and Solicitor General Nina Krieger at the Union of BC Municipalities Convention in Victoria later this month to demand that the province step in and slow down the transition until a clear, fiscally responsible plan is presented. Council also set to further review this matter in West Kelowna during its meeting on Tuesday. As we hit the midway mark of Country Music Week in Kelowna, and with the big CCMA award show scheduled for tomorrow night at Prospera Place, another big country show has been announced for the city. Earlier this week, it was Bailey Zimmerman, and now it's Old Dominion, who will be coming to the Central Okanagan in 2026. The quintet will be stopping by Prospera Place for a show Monday, May 4th, as part of their How Good Is That, World Tour. Phil Vassar and Sasha will serve as the opening acts. This will be the third announced leg of their world tour in support of their 6th studio album, Barbara, which was released last month. Frontman Matthew Ramsey says they've had the time of their lives playing the hits and introducing Barbara to fans across America this year and are excited to get back to Canada in 2026. Pre-sale tickets go on sale 10 a.m. on Tuesday the 16th. That's next week. General on sale begins 3 days later, Friday the 19th at 10 a.m. through Select Your Tickets. Wrapping up here in sports, 5 members of the 2018 Canadian World Junior team acquitted in their sexual assault trial earlier this year will be eligible to rejoin the NHL before the end of 2025. The NHL announced yesterday that former Kelowna Rockets Dylan Dubé and Cal Foote, along with Alex Formanton, Carter Hart, and Michael McLeod, will be eligible to begin playing in the NHL again on December 1st. They can sign an NHL contract starting on October 15th. While Formanton hasn't played in the NHL since 2022, the other 4 last played for the respective clubs during the 2023-24 season were all suspended and released after the charges against them were announced mid-season. Dubé, Foote, and McLeod all played overseas last year. Hart and Formanton took the year off. Dubé, Foote, McLeod, and Hart are all unrestricted free agents. That means come October 15th, they can sign with any NHL club they choose. Formenton's rights still belong to the Ottawa Senators. All right, a quick look at the weekend forecast. Starts great, not so great on Sunday. Right now, though, sunny and just about 30 degrees in Kelowna this afternoon. Will get down to 15 overnight with increasing cloudiness, but those clouds will fade away Saturday morning and pave the way for another day of sunshine, high of 30. Sunday, it turns a little rough, though, a high of just 22 under cloudy skies and potential rain throughout the day. That wraps things up for me today and this week, but you can read up on all these stories and plenty more over at KelownaNow.com. And of course, always check out the Now Media YouTube, TikTok, and X for even more content. Enjoy your weekend, Kelowna. I'll be back here Monday afternoon for a look at even more headlines, some early week headlines for you. We'll see you then.
We don't just report the news. We live here too. We're your neighbors, bringing you stories that matter to all of us. No government funding, no outside influence. Kelowna Now, local, independent. News you can trust.